Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first in a series of safety podcasts. This one's going to be talking about the risk management framework, or alternatively known as the RMF, which has recently come out and been launched within the trust. And we're going to be speaking today about the sort of the walkthrough of that framework, what that means to us as an organisation, what it'll mean to you as an individual, and how you can utilise it to the best way that you can. So my name's Matt Stephen. I'm the Assistant Director of Integrated Governance, and I'm joined today by...
Hi, I'm Paul Flynn. I'm the Head of Risk here at Southport and Ormskirk.
Okay, Paul. So looking at this framework, what does a framework mean?
Well, a framework, Matt's probably looking at it as a document that encompasses the policy, the process, and the strategy. So what does that mean? Well, when we look at the policy and we're talking about that means that the document covers all the mandatory and legal requirements based around risk. The process itself is about how individuals act and implement the framework itself, everything around risk and what does it mean at an operational level. The strategy is more around how the organisation implements risk and likes of the monitoring of it and the requirements from regulatory practice and things like that.
Okay, great. So what we've done as well with this framework, essentially, we've gone from having three separate policies and merging them into one to make it an easy to use document and to obviously be more user friendly as well. So this is the millionth time that we've tried to edit this podcast, and it's not been the easiest thing to do, but we wanted to do it to sort of modernise our approach in terms of training, and obviously get down with the kids and be a bit more hip and modern in terms of our approach in teaching people how to utilize these documents. So Paul, do you want to tell us a bit more as well about why we're trying to do it this way and what the users of this podcast can sort of get from listening to this?
Yeah, well, what we've tried to do is make the framework as accessible as we possibly can. The idea is that whilst normal policies and procedures sit on the document management system as a PDF, we wanted to create an audio file as well so people could access the framework and tap into certain parts of it that are relevant to them and listen to it as an audio file. So the audio file will be us talking over the framework and the relevant pieces of the framework, but also giving some sort of operational interpretation of that as well. What does it mean for you as an individual or as a team? But I think what we wanted to do as well is kind of demystify some of the things around risk, and that's the purpose of doing the podcast as well. It allows me and you to sort of just talk about what we're doing, how it's being implemented, and kind of make it more relevant for the people who are going to be accessing it.
So Paul, this is going to be available on different streams as well, isn't it? We're going to put this through the likes of your phone and your tablet. Is that right?
Yeah. So essentially this will just be like a PowerPoint presentation with images of the framework, with audio files that you click and listen to as you go through the presentation. But the joy of that is that'll be available on the meeting place, social media, Twitter, so people will be able to access it on whatever device they want to access it on. If they need to get something from the framework quite quickly, they'll know where to find it and play it from there. Yeah.
So what we want to essentially do is make sure that everyone is obviously utilising this form of training, which is great. It's a new step forward, but actually we've got other methods of training as well, and we have the risk management training which is ran monthly. You can book onto that through the education portal, through the knowledge services, and also we've got the e-learning training as well, which is available through ESR, and that's a national training that's available for everyone. It just gives gives you a sort of overview of risk management. But if you want that more in-depth risk management knowledge and experience, by all means, book onto the sessions. They run monthly, and we look into risk a little bit more. But the purpose of what you're listening to today is to essentially look through the risk management framework and give you that overview of this new document that we've pulled together.
So I think at this point, Matt, I think all we can say really is that, I hope you're going to find the content usable and enjoyable. If you've got any feedback or anything that you'd like to tell us or pick up on, then please contact us by telephone, email, and just give us some direction. We're new to this. We hope it's going to work out for us. We hope that we're going to do a lot more podcasts in the future, and we're sort of looking for you as the workforce to support us with this. Suggest some topics that you want to discuss, come on as a guest, and we'll be able to accommodate that and have some really good talks about safety and the excellent work that people are doing. But like I say, just hope you enjoy the content. I hope you find it useful, and thanks for listening from me.
Absolutely agree, Paul. I think this is something new to us. It'll be something new to the trust and to people listening, which is great. But obviously, we need to move forward with the times and try and get as many people as we can listening to our wonderful dulcet tones, which I'm sure you're all going to enjoy. But again, like Paul said, enjoy the content. And hopefully we can get some good feedback and some constructive feedback as well to support us in moving this forward. So thanks very much for listening, and enjoy.